Come into the room. Come into the room. I am the H-Town vet, and I would like to welcome you to this live stream, a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans, active duty members, and their dependents. Come into the room and let us know that you're here, family. We're so glad. Our sister came in very early. She came in very early. Farm Girl Rebel said, chores are done, dinner is done, I'm done, pulling up a chair and waiting. Thank you. Then we have Coasty says, good evening, H-Town and the family. And he's saying hi to Farm Girl Rebel, and Farm Girl Rebel is saying hi to him and myself. Thank you so much, our sister and brother, for joining us. We appreciate that y'all can make it when y'all can, and it really means a lot to us. Let us know how our sound is. I'm going to check it real quick, so please be patient with us. Yes, indeed. Our sister Farm Girl Rebel says that our sound is wonderful, and I checked it and it sounds good to me too. We have a new cord. We got a longer cord. Coasty says it's good. Sounds good here. Okay, sound great to me. Thank you, both of you. So incredible, and we appreciate you. We're going into it tonight. Come on into the room, family. Now, tonight, the chat is open to anyone that comes in. All right, because we're going to be talking about issues that deal with veterans and non-veterans, and we did ask y'all, those people that are part of the chat, should we let non-chat members in? You are not restricted tonight. You can come in and chat. This is whether you are military, non-military, a veteran or not. You are welcome. Active duty military, all that is welcome, because we're talking about things that affect veterans, but people seem to have an opinion on our benefits, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Okay? So, family, let us continue. Smash that like button if you find this information to be informative. Now, let's get on topic tonight. Yes, indeed. I ain't going to forget that, sister. I ain't going to even put it out there. That's the code, because we got the open chat. Now, the topic for tonight is we're going to talk about military members and veterans and non-military, the fear, greed factor. So is it people having problems with our disability benefits based on their fear or envy, or however you want to describe it, of us having these benefits, or is the benefits act of our own greed, that we and many times don't deserve these VA disability compensation benefits? Now let's talk about it. Now, the question in particular is the Washington Post news article on VA compensation a hit piece against veterans? And they did this article, and we're going to go into it and discuss it. And we want to say hi to our sister Linus of Videography. She say, hey, everyone. Yes, indeed. You are welcome here, our sister. We have 6 likes and 6 watching. I like that. Now, Betty Bop's in the room. Everybody show love to her. Now, listen, this is for civilians and veterans. This is for non-military, meaning civilians. That's what we mean by civilians. We want you to understand something that a lot of people don't understand how these benefits work, and they think they're just given to us as veterans, in particular VA compensation benefits. That tends to set us apart from the average civilian, we must say, or a non-military member who may not qualify. And not all military members qualify for VA compensation. So let's talk about it. We use the term against veterans because these are people applying for the benefits but may not qualify, but with articles like this, it may cause an issue. Now, in turn, public opinion against us as veterans. So the chat is open to everyone tonight. Everyone, you will, as long as you stay on topic, you're welcome in here tonight. Military, non-military, subscribers or not. Now, Betty Bob says, H-Town, good evening. Hope you had a lovely week. Good evening, all. Yes, indeed. Now, let's get to it, fam. Now, when I saw the article, it seemed like they were coming at people that had been in the military who filed claims for disability, and they didn't pick not one specific branch of the military. They were going at veterans who filed claims. And this could also apply to active duty members that file while they're in the military. So let's talk about it. So I found it, but I didn't find it surprising. You're going to find out why. You're going to see that H-Town been covering this the whole time, but ain't nobody listening until they start. First, they speak against you, in private. Then they speak against you publicly. Then they start making moves against your benefits with lawmakers. You understand? I'm trying to tell you, sir. So we're going to talk about it tonight. We're going to talk about it tonight. And we want everybody's opinion. Everybody doesn't have to agree with mine, and I don't want you to. I want you to have your own opinion. Our sister, Farm Girl Rebel, says, I thought the article had some valid points, but leaned heavy on the insulative of many vets were grifting on the VA claims. 10 watching and 10 likes. So let's talk about it tonight, okay? Okay. Here's the thing. This is going to be the news section we're going to cover right off the bat. And we're going to be talking about the article put out by the Washington Post. How some veterans exploit 193 million VA programs due to lax controls. Now that's saying a lot, okay? Have y'all, they may be laxed in some areas, but when we file these claims, it don't always seem laxed. Now, let's talk about it. So that's what their position is in this article, the person writing it. So let us continue. And their main focus was VA compensation benefits. Their main focus in here is VA compensation benefits and how many, they didn't say many, some is the term they use, but that's not even a number. Now let's see. I think some YouTube channels really play into their reports hand by hand sensational thumbnails with money flying all over the place. Come on now. Come on. Now, sister, you know what I got to look, sister. Everything y'all say, I already had a live stream on it. Stay right where you at. Now, you heard what our sister just said, right? I want y'all to hear this here. I want y'all to see this. Our sister say with them thumbnails with money and all that. So I want to ask you a question. Oh, I did a live stream on veterans using clickbait, money, guaranteeing 100%. Did I not do that? Now, how I have this already have this part of the live of the video slide. So a lot of stuff I talk about, no, people don't want to come over here and watch as much, and I understand. I'm looking for a quality group. Yes, you did. Didn't I already, before they did this article, I saw what was coming. You say, H-Town, you didn't see what was coming. No, you did not, H-Town. You just guessed it. Well, if I guessed it, let me show you something else. Way before many of y'all got here. Huh? We're going to go over this again. Huh? See, I hate to spill the beans. If I didn't see this coming, why over a year ago, I want you to hear what I'm saying. I had this live stream where we talked about veteran entitlement or unfair advantage and how people hate on veterans. Come on now. Now, this before many of y'all got here. Alaskan Ice was here. Bionic Woman was here. We did this, one of my first videos. Did you hear me? So many people feel that this entitlement to VA compensation is an unfair advantage. Come on now. Now look what she said. Look what Coastie said. Yes, you did. No one can guarantee you 100%. Didn't I tell you that it has to be based on what? What did H-Town say it has to be based on? It has to be based on the symptoms, the rating criteria. Huh? See, let me tell you something. They sitting in here playing games is what they doing. Everybody playing games, flirting with this. I can get you 100% easy, fast, quick. Huh? That sounds like a scam. That makes people that are not veterans think that veterans are gaming the system with their tax money. Oh, did you hear me say it? Huh? I don't have no script tonight. I'm speaking straight from the heart. Now, H-Town, yes, you did. You talked about clickbait words. I did a live stream on clickbaiting. That it's going to come back to bite us in the behind. Come on, now you got the Washington Post, a national newspaper, coming at veterans. Now, where are all these people that was doing all this clickbaiting, fighting on our behalf? We don't need you to whine now. That's why I don't clickbait here. See, they can't come at me because I'm saying you need evidence that's backed up by VA law. Isn't that what I tell you? Let me not be so loud. Evidence backed up by VA law. Isn't that what I tell you? Huh? Come on now. They hurting it for all veterans because they gonna start passing laws against us as these people keep making it a hustle, sounding like a hustle. Absolutely, it's a horrible look. Yeah, but they getting views. They getting thousands of views though. They raking in the dough. But at whose expense? Come on and talk to me. At whose expense? Your expense. My expense. Huh? The young veteran getting out the military's expense. Huh? So you triggered me there, Farm Girl Rebel. You came right there. Look, isn't that something? I did this long time ago. Many of y'all didn't see this live stream. Go back and watch it. Come on now. Now let's get back to where we was at. Family, y'all, see, we about to get in. See, we going in it like nobody else can. And for those that don't know, we're going straight to the news section. And we talking about this article from this news article from the Washington Post, how some veterans exploit 193 billion VA programs due to lax control. I mean, do they really have 193 billion VA programs? No, they really kind of selling the soap there. Maybe in money, VA, wow, they really something to say. The slick used car salesman clickbait plays right into these reporters' hands. Yes, they didn't even see it coming. Now, let me ask you this here, and I want you to be honest. Has H-Town been clickbaiting? And I want you to be honest. Listen, you will never get in trouble for that. Speak your truth. Do I clickbait? Let me know. Yes or no? Do I clickbait here? And give me an example, because I want the truth now. Don't hold back. Yes or no? And this is for people this open to the general public. You can come in here and this live stream, you don't have to be a subscriber. You just come on in here and you can let me know, and you can come up and we can discuss it. If you feel that I clickbait, let's go. Oh, she say, I haven't seen clickbait here. No, we don't do it here. We had a few things where we had to adjust one of my videos, and a couple of times I misspoke, but we got that right. Now look, H-Town on a rant, I guess. No, H-Town, you don't clickbait except for Pastor Dougie. True. Now I gotta give it. Now listen. Betty Boss say H-Town no, but he's right. Definitely no clickbait from Linus. Okay, now listen. Do I have a soft spot for Pastor Dougie? Southern preachers, I got a soft spot. So I'm doing a little soft shoeing. We call it in the black community. But I stay on this case. I do be balanced now. H-Town, not that I know of. Now, I like how he said, not that I know of. Keep watching. See, the problem, say, no, you don't clickbait. Now, listen. Let me tell y'all something. See, a lot of these YouTube channels are causing the problems themselves because they've come up with this thing where everything is a what? Get rich quick scheme. It's almost sounding like a pyramid scheme. Am I right? Well, they're telling you, hey, listen, am I too loud? Let me know if I'm too loud. Am I too loud? Let me know. Listen, yeah, you can get it this way. You can get it that way. Y'all making us look bad on these YouTube channels with all this clickbait. Now I gotta bring the slide back up, fam. I gotta bring it up because y'all know I did a live stream, but nobody liked it because it's not popular. Okay, remember the 13th is Navy's birthday. Navy fit one. We're gonna definitely. We got somebody new, and look at. We got a brother in here. Come on in here, fam. We let new people in here. I told y'all, I listen to y'all. Franby, Frasco, everybody saying hi. Come on and show love. Now let's talk about it. Now let me tell you something here. Everybody show love to the new person coming into the room. We acknowledge you. We appreciate you. Thank you. Listen, we want you all in here. You understand? We want you to understand something. All these channels that's doing this. Give me a second. Okay. I'm trying to find it, family. There you go. Say, I always watch these. I love and appreciate you. Thank you, H-Town. Thank you. Okay, brother. Thank you so much. We letting y'all in now. We had a little trolling situation, but now we ready for them. What the trolls gonna say? Say, hey, everybody. And trolls, I guess some of the trolls you welcome to, but you better be on your best behavior. Because H-Town ain't playing. Now listen, here it is right here. Didn't I do a on this video, I showed you, this the thumbnail for it, a slide where different ones was talking about we make it easy. You can get it fast. When you start saying that VA compensation is easy, fast, or simple, that sounds like a scheme. Am I lying? Are those not scheming, hustling words? Huh? Talk to me now. Are those not used car salesmen, as I think our good sister Farm Girl Rebel said? That's used car salesman stuff there. Huh? Ain't nothing easy, fast, or simple. Some claims will go faster than others. I had a claim that was done in 2 months. It was really decided in a week. All they needed was the CMP exam. But that wasn't easy, fast, or simple because I had to have evidence. I had to have a CMP exam, and I had to have evidence that backed up my condition through VA law. Come on now. These people are money hungry and will do anything for a buck out there. H-Town, it is scheming, hustling words. And all of them, almost all of them out here using this easy, fast, and simple stuff. H-Town been covering it, huh? Easy money. And now the civilian world is looking at us. Huh? Oh, God, dog. Give me a second. That's my brother. Sorry about that. He even though I put it on mute, it still comes through. I don't know how that happens. Now, but I have to answer he's important to me. Yes, he is. Now, yes, hold on. Yes, I went to an Amway party once. They said easy money monthly. And how often do disabled veterans get paid monthly? Huh? Come on now. Come on. I'm yelling it because ain't nobody else telling it. All of us. Look, if you've been to an Amway party before, put one in the chat. If you've ever been to one of those Amway, if you ever been to one, I know I've been to one where they tell you how to make that easy money, but you got to buy all these products and get other people up under you. Come on now. If you ever been to an Amway party, let's say, did they tell you it was easy? I've been, H-Town been the one. MG Smith been the one. Then Fran B been the one. Hope I pronounced your name right. Betty Bob's, oh no. I think Charleston the only one sharp enough not to do it. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, they got me too. Look, you're gonna have to put Cutco in the chat. Who been to a Cutco one? Who been to one for Cutco? When them knives, I did. I gotta put a 2 in the chat if you've been to Cutco. Oh, you stepping on my toes there. I've been 2 for Cutco. The brother brought it up. What about Cutco, the knife company? Yes, indeed. Oh, Betty Bob's too. So she said, I tried to sell it, never made any money. Oh Lord. Look at all these Cutco. So we tried everything. Huh? When they say what the old preacher say, when you tried everything and everything else has failed, try Jesus. Boy, the hustle is real. The hustle is real. I only went because I went with a girl I was dating. I wasn't trying to hit none of that. Now, I did try to sell that Cutco stuff. Now, they got me on that one. I was in college. Money was a little tight. Now, never been, but I did go to Tupperware. Yeah, parties. Does that count? Remember, they used to have to be selling Tupperware and Avon. Avon could be good, though. That could be legit. Come on now, family. Now, MG Smith says, and why did it for me? Didn't get hope in anymore. Okay. And what about Prince's House? I never heard of Prince's House. Tell me some more get rich quick schemes that sound like the words that some of these social media channels are using to pull in veterans. Come on now. Oh, wait, okay. Now listen to what man, y'all got me. This stuff getting good up in here. Now listen, I still have Tupperware strainers after 40 years. It's a relic, LOL. Man, that Tupperware used to be some popular stuff. We had it in our house. They used to have Tupperware parties at my grandmother's house. Now, good evening, H-Town. This Rose City D, and salute the chat. Just got back from North Carolina visiting in-laws. I was tired, boss. You was tired. Get out in that field and work. I can joke with him because we both FBA now. Now, we both Black Americans. Now, listen, Charles is saying, why do I bring this stuff up? Something must be wrong with me. Come on now. Come on now. You look, it's all good. Everybody's showing love. Family, I did this clickbait. They got so insecure, quite a few, at least 2 or 3 of them start saying, this is not clickbait in their video. If you gotta say it, you understand? I had a cousin used to walk around all the time talking about, I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Hold on, man. Ain't nobody said nothing. Why you keep saying that? I come to find out, huh? I mean, nobody even mentioned it. Like I had another one talking about, I don't steal. Hold on. Then I started thinking every time he was around, I was missing some clothes. You understand? That sounds like a confession. A hit dog will holler. You understand? Somebody's toes been stepped on. So I'm telling y'all, they keep on playing online, trying to make these get these views, get these clicks, get this money, this YouTube money by talking about we make it easy. We guarantee you 100%. Can't nobody guarantee you no 100%. They haven't even seen your evidence. They don't even know if you were really in service. What are you talking about, fool? Can't guarantee nobody nothing? Are you insane? Now, it is hard to argue with the Post article when we plainly see some sleazy people saying a person can get 100% from tinnitus. Now, I can argue with it based on this, though, sister. That is not a reflection of me because I call it out. Now, if I did not call it out, if y'all did not call it out in the chat the way y'all have, then we could say, well, we can go along with their argument. No, they not like Kendrick Lamar song, they not like us. You understand? Let me explain you what that song. You understand? They not like us. Let me tell you what that song was about. Kendrick Lamar wrote that song because he descends from my lineage. And he was in a rap battle with what's that rapper name? What's that rapper name? He from Canada. What's that rapper name? He's very popular. Y'all might know him. What's that? He's a very popular rapper from Canada. I can't say his name. I'll get back to that. Now look. Drake. Okay, Drake. So Drake is, his daddy is of my lineage. His daddy from Memphis. But Drake is not from Memphis. Drake was born and raised in Canada. So when he started the rap game, in order to come to get into our culture, like what we do, he had to go down to Atlanta. He had come down to Houston and get verified. And a man from my neighborhood in Fifth Ward, Jay Prince. His son, Jay Prince's son, brought him to him, and that's how they opened doors for him down here. You understand? Southern rap really became popular. It started in Houston, in my neighborhood of Fifth Ward. Let me tell you something. So he had to come. That's what he's rapping in the song. He said, that you say you're a colleague, but you're a colonizer. In other words, we are delineated. So what has happened? We're saying we're somewhat different from people. Everybody claiming. Let me explain to you what I mean by it so you don't think I'm off topic. I was noticing, GB, yeah. Now, I was noticing for years, people would see a black person on TV committing a crime, and every black person on there, they say, look, a black person did it. But whenever they see a black person, they become a doctor, lawyer. I said, oh, that's a black person over there. Or I see somebody say, oh, you that's good, you become that. I say that person become a doctor. No, they're Nigerian. No, they're Jamaican. No, I said, hold on. Oh, all of a sudden, like the basketball player, he talking about he's Puerto Rican. His dad Puerto Rican, but he's raised by his black mother. But he said Puerto Rico all in his vein, and when he got accepted into the Hall of Fame. So my thing is, you everything else but black when you do something good, but when you commit a crime, they just say you black. When you rob a bank, you black. When you do something else, so why you keep all the good stuff for your culture and throw all the bad stuff on my culture? So this is what I'm saying about these people that are out here, and the reason I started the channel the way I did. Okay, am I making sense? I hope I'm making sense. So don't you keep all the good stuff, huh? When they making all these extra views and getting all this money on these channels. I'm not pocket watching, but I'm saying you're doing it at the expense of fellow veterans. So when they do that, I'm not holding that L. They can hold that L with the Washington Post. I'm not holding it because I didn't condone it or support it. They not like us. Do we operate like that over here on this channel? Huh? Do we operate like that? Well, we clickbait and all this stuff. Y'all be telling solutions on how to get your benefits. We don't do that. Come on now, family. Now let's get back to what we doing. We gonna get into this here. Yes, indeed, family. We not playing with this. See, I've been waiting for this here. I knew it was coming. Y'all say, H-Town, you don't know what you're talking about. You just making it up. You just trying to ride the wave. Come, as they say in the movie, come walk with me a little while. Come on now. Come walk with me. See if I'm telling the truth. Come on now. No, I don't appreciate it. I saw it coming. Now, Farm Girl say, no, we don't act like that. And that is why I came here and stayed here. Yeah. Now, listen, H-Town, no, you don't operate like that. And if I do, you need to let me know. But you got to give me evidence, something that I can correct. If not, I'm be like, hey, where it is. Don't just say it. Now, the Washington Post needs subscribers. Yeah, they out there trolling too. The Washington Post is trolling too. Now, do they have some? Do some veterans leave us exposed? Yes. Some of these agencies, yes. So they have to whip up some hate for our expense. And right now, I'm going to tell you like nobody else will tell you. Right now, it's a hard economic time. Y'all know it is. All of us are feeling this crunch. And what happens when people get in when non-military people get in a hard financial crunch? They start looking at us and noticing we might be suffering, but they not sweating like I am. Why are they 45 years old at home? Why it seem like they still going on with their day-to-day life? They want to know. Now look what he said. They are running out of illegal immigrants to bash. Now they're coming for vets. Did you hear him? They running out the illegal aliens. Then they went after black people. They started putting the National Guard in black neighborhoods. That ain't working because they can't deport us nowhere. Black Americans, you can't take us nowhere. Where you gonna put us? So we ain't worried about that. They say, but y'all, they're harassing y'all. They have been harassing us the whole time. Now they come in their vets. Now, when did we come in the crosshairs, Brother Charleston family? Why are they coming after us? Look what's on the screen. These benefits. They want all the money to themselves. They want the rich and the poor, no middle class. You think they want me? They wanted me to be able to put my daughter through college. She get out with a master's degree with minimal debt. Huh? My veteran brother, my Hispanic brother, and I can't think his name right now. I think Martinez. His daughter went to medical school and completed medical school with no debt because of his VA benefits. He had a $15,000 debt, right, that he took out for her. But guess what? I told him, is your name on the loan? He said, yes. You 100% go get that wave. He said, man, you got this wave for me. You want to give you something? I said, I'm good, man. You put that towards your daughter. She gonna need it. Come on now. His daughter appreciated him. Huh? For some reason, she made more money moving to Austin. They didn't want to pay up about 85, 90,000 here in Houston. I guess so many doctors here. So she ended up going to like Austin where they paid over 100 and something thousand a month. Now, the Israeli complained to Moses when the left out of the bondage headed to the promised land. Yes, that's right. They complained when they left the promised land. So everybody complained. Let's see what's up. Now, this is one of the biggest problems they have with us is the VA compensation part of the benefits. That's one of the biggest things because it's tax-free. They can see how much they can kind of gauge what you, if they know, especially if you've been talking about what your benefits are. Bragging to family members and I'm 100%. I don't pay no property tax. Okay. They calling their congressman after they talk to you. This cat over here don't have to pay anything. And the cat is a term we use, little Southern term we use, like, person, dude, or whatever. And I got to pay these taxes. That ain't fair. Cut them benefits for veterans. If they know the right person, they can get a bill put up. Huh? You know they had that saying, everybody got to pay taxes. Well, not disabled veterans or Donald Trump for some. Did I throw him in there? Did he go a few years without paying taxes? And I won't know how to do that. Word confusion, family. We about to talk about it. So now we're going to get to the article, okay? Come on now. We're going to skim through it, but we're going to do it. Let's talk about this Washington Post article. Fam, I want you to listen to me. We're going to start at the top. It said military veterans, all right? Let me show you the thumbnail. See up there? They saying how some veterans exploit 193 billion VA programs due to lax controls. They don't have a billion programs, no 193 billion, but they talking about dollars. That's real slick how they put it. Now, let's go down. We starting here. Hold on, do they have they got, look like you may be able to listen to it. Let me see if we can listen to it, okay? I don't know. Get everyone take a chill pill. Yeah, don't get hot about this. My family thinks I sell art from estate sales. Yeah, I'll take one. I'll take two. Yeah, take a chill pill because this is gonna be. Let me see. I may be able to play the sound. Let me check. Let me turn the sound off for a minute. The music. Let me see.
Welcome to the Unreliable AI Hotline. We've got IT on the line with their AI.
It's IT. We trained AI with our private data, and now it's disrespecting our security.
I don't
AI?
know what.
What? All I shared was our CEO's maiden name is John.
Skin growth.
Hold on, let's see. I'm seeing if I can.
2025, which ended September 30th, projected that VI would spend $193 billion on disability compensation. The Trump administration's
Let me see.
affairs.
I'm saying we gonna hear it. Hold on, let's see.
Exactly. Just go to redhat.com/options.
Oh, God.
That's redhat.com/options.
You're listening to how some veterans exploit $193 billion VA program due to lax controls, a news story written by Craig Whitlock, Lisa Ryan, and Caitlin Gilbert, and read by an AI-generated voice. Cool. Military veterans are swamping the U.S. government with dubious disability claims, including cases of brazen fraud totaling tens of millions of dollars.
Now, listen to how they do it. They say military veterans are swamping. They don't say how many are doing it. Y'all let me know in the chat if you can hear the AI generated voice read the information. Tell me if you can hear it. Huh? Let me know if you can hear it. Can you hear it? Put a sound in the chat. Or yes. Okay, you can hear it. Okay, now listen. It's what we got up on the board that's reading, okay? Let's continue. It's the actual article.
That are exploiting the country's sacred commitment to compensate those harmed in the line of duty, according to a Washington Post investigation. Taxpayers will spend roughly $193 billion this year for the Department of Veterans Affairs to compensate about 6.9 million disabled veterans on the presumption that their ability to work is impaired.
Okay, so they putting out numbers, okay? So they gonna spend 193 billion. Hold on. Isn't that the same number they say that's the fraud? Hold on. What they say? 193 billion. So they saying that's all of it's exploiting. Am I getting this wrong? The article say exploit, right? 193 billion. But they saying the total amount that they was spending, was that on fraud? Now listen, say taxpayers will spend roughly 193 billion a year for the Department of Veteran Affairs to compensate about 6.9 million veterans on the presumption that their disability is impaired, saying most disability claims are legitimate. Well, that's the first lie, because up top they said that they were fraudulent. Am I lying? Huh? They were exploiting, that all 193 billion was money exploited. Am I lying? Tell me if I'm telling the truth. Huh? Tell me if that makes sense, what I just read. Their title said, wow, that's right, the man would be proud. Propaganda, Hitler would be proud. Now, tell me if y'all, see, I caught the lie right in the beginning. Lax controls. But they're saying that all in the title, they're saying that some veterans exploit 193 million VA programs. It's not VA programs, VA disability. They don't have 193 billion programs. All this is just kind of not making sense. Let's continue.
VA officials say most veterans' disability claims are legitimate. Yet the Post found that millions of the claims are for minor or treatable afflictions that rarely hinder employment, such as hair loss, jock itch, and toenail fungus.
Hold on. Yet the Post found that millions of claims were for minor injuries. Well, for minor injuries, you get minor ratings, don't you? If it don't matter how minor it is, if it's something that affects you and it's service connected, wait a minute. So when did the Washington Post become a VA rater? Huh? Who break it down like H-Town? Huh? When did they become a VA rater?
The federal budget for fiscal year 2025, which ended September 30th, projected that VI would spend $193 billion on disability compensation.
VI is VA. They getting it wrong. It means VA.
The Trump administration has requested $220 billion from Congress for fiscal 2026. About 556,000 veterans receive disability benefits for eczema, 332,000 for hemorrhoids, 110,000 for benign skin growths, 81,000 for acne, and
something happened. So we must be getting too good at it. Well, look at that. Now, let me go on myself then. Ain't that something? Say, how about under boob rash?
74,000 for varicose veins.
Man, what's going on here? Let me turn some of this stuff off. Maybe I need to turn some of this internet connection stuff. I shouldn't have to do none of that. Yeah, that ain't going nowhere. Now, let me stop it then. Let me stop that. Oh, that's
disability payments for losing limbs during the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. The Post analyzed 25 years of government data on disability claims and sued VA and the Justice Department under the Freedom of Information Act, forcing the agencies to disclose thousands of pages of internal records and dozens of surveillance videos. The Post also interviewed scores of current and former U.S. officials and visited military bases around the country to speak with veterans. The Post filed its FOIA lawsuit against the Department of Veterans Affairs in September 2024 and later added the Executive Office for U.S. Attorneys as a defendant.
Why are veterans talking to these people? Why are veterans talking to the Post?
Read the amended legal complaint. The investigation exposed an increasingly costly disability program prone to rampant exaggeration and fraud, which make it harder for veterans with legitimate claims to get their benefits processed.
So they say, where's their proof at? And if it was rampant fraud, aren't the VA prosecuting people? We've brought up cases where we are against fraud. Haven't we had several live streams against veteran fraud? Have I not? And showed you Betty Bobson brought in several cases that the OIG has covered on veteran fraud.
Bipartisan political indifference and a weak array of checks and balances have compounded the dysfunction. Veterans advocates, for-profit companies, and VI itself encourage vets to file as many claims as possible to milk the system.
To milk the system. So they saying the VA in on it too. And they saying skin rashes, and that's farm I'll say general rash for skin. Yeah. If it's compensatable, a veteran have a right to file. They need to stop pocket watching, in my opinion. But some may disagree, and your opinion here counts if you don't agree with us with H-Town's opinion. But we want to let the facts.
The documents and data obtained by the Post spotlighted other obvious signs of waste and abuse, as well as an internal awareness and tolerance of such problems. Critically, VA has failed to update antiquated rules that provide outsized benefits for some easily manageable ailments. For instance, VA typically pays veterans diagnosed with sleep apnea, a common breathing disorder, more than a combat vet with a leg amputated below the knee. Disability ratings for sleep apnea vary.
Now, I'm going to break something down to you here. Are you listening to me? They brought up amputations for a reason. They brought up amputations because it's something that everybody can see. But sleep apnea can't nobody see. You hear me? So the non-military people want to be able to see our disabilities in order for it to be something that can be approved. Now, our medical records are private, but they really want to see our medical records to see if we're disabled or not, because they feel like their tax money is being used on it. And that's what I'm getting out of this here. Come on now.
Depending on the severity of the condition. But veterans who need to use a continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP machine, generally receive a 50% rating.
But we're talking about chronic sleep apnea. Family, we could go down this thing. We're talking about chronic sleep apnea. That's serious. You can get up to 100% for sleep apnea. Am I right? Was I correct?
Those with a leg amputated below the knee generally are rated as 40% disabled.
So they saying stuff that they can see again, leg amputated, they go into stuff that they can see. In the civilian world, you're gonna have to justify to them. Show me your PTSD. How can I show you my PTSD unless I bust you upside the head, fool? Then I'm going to jail. And what happens when I go to jail? Once I show them my PTSD, what percentage do I go to if I go to jail for showing individuals the symptoms of my PTSD, my rage, my anger, my depression? What happens when I lose control and show the non-military people? What percentage do I go to, family? This is the trick bag, you see. 10%. If you get incarcerated, you get incarcerated, it go to 10%. If you say, well, it's because of my disability, they don't show no mercy in no courtroom for no felony, violent felony. No. 10% you go to. 10% Coast is safe. And they sitting here, I gotta show them. How can I show them my PTSD? Let's continue. Uh-oh. I don't know what's wrong. Now it stopped. Sound ain't doing that no more.
The
I'm gonna have to stop it for a second. Okay. Oh boy. I
easy
missed.
to manipulate regulations have
Hold
turned
on.
the disability program into a rich target for con artists who are
Okay, I can't pause it no more. Okay. It's playing a catch-up game. Give me a second. Now, civilian world disability grid rules are more restrictive. So
typically
they
prosecuted
want
only in the most egregious and flagrant cases.
hold on. So more restricted. So they want them to mimic the Social Security disability rules because they get less money with Social Security disability, right? See, this is key, J. Oliver, that the civilian, the non-veterans, they see it like, hey, Social Security don't give me this much money. Social Security is more restrictive. They don't give me partial percentages. Either you're totally disabled or not with Social Security. Am I right or lying? Come on now. Let me see. Can I get this thing? Man, I can't. I clicked it too many times. Now, we can go by here. Now, H-Town, cornered like a rat. Then they wonder why he and others get triggered. Wow. Man. Yes. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm going to go down. I sure hate that it stopped. I hate that it stopped because we had it going. I may have to.
Last year, a grand jury indicted an Army veteran on charges of conspiring
God, dog, I hate that it's going in and out.
to defraud the government of $1.1 million
I don't know why it's doing that.
by pretending to be paralyzed.
Look, let me take it down and try to bring it up. Cause I'm like, God, dog. And I'm gonna talk about the word confusion here for a second. When they use dubious in the title on the article, they use the word dubious, meaning when it comes to our benefits, that it's a dubious thing. Yeah, let me pull you down for now. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, let me cancel out. I'm gonna try to pull that back up. But dubious, meaning it's not confirmed. They saying many of our disabilities are dubious in the article from the Washington Post. Meaning not confirmed, but everything we get is based on VA law, but they view it with suspicion. Well, I understand if they're looking at social media, but they should judge the social media people or some of these agencies that are helping with the system, not the veteran themselves. Some of these, you said VSOs, they said, they even blame the VA. Now, let me see, can I pull this back up, family? Because that was good, and I want to hit that. article. I want to cover that. Let me see. Can I get this thing right here? I don't know if I can get it done. All right. Let me see. I may not have to be able to stop it a lot. I'm going to be careful. I'm going to try to share it. Because I didn't know they had it. All right. But they had used the word dubious on the article. Now let's see. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, excuse me. I didn't mean to call. Okay, family. I'm still a little under the weather. Say the article doesn't mention why you need to show to get different ratings. They don't just give them out. Okay, family. Brother Charlton says, I feel so sad for the Navy SEAL, Sean Ryan. He couldn't even get 10% for tonight's rating. Wow. Do you really?
Sacred commitment to compensate those harmed in the line of duty, according to a Washington Post investigation. Taxpayers will spend roughly $193 billion this year for the Department of Veterans Affairs to compensate about 6.9 million disabled veterans on the presumption that their ability to work is impaired. VA officials say most veterans' disability claims are legitimate. Yet the Post found that millions of the claims are for minor or treatable afflictions that rarely hinder employment, such as hair loss, jock itch, and toenail fungus. The federal budget for fiscal year 2025, which ended September 30th, projected that VI would spend $193 billion on disability compensation. The Trump administration has requested $220 billion from Congress for fiscal 2026. About 556,000 veterans receive disability benefits for eczema, 332,000 for hemorrhoids, 110,000 for benign skin growths, 81,000 for acne, and 74,000 for varicose veins. The most recently available figures from VI show individual payouts for such mundane conditions vary, but collectively they cost billions of dollars a year. So the figures for eczema and hemorrhoids are from fiscal year 2024. The statistics for skin growths, acne, and varicose veins are from fiscal 2023, the most recent year that VA has made data available for these conditions. In contrast, far fewer veterans receive compensation for certain combat-related injuries. About 10,900 service members who have suffered severe or penetrating brain injuries since 2000 are eligible for benefits. Fewer than 1,700 receive disability payments for losing limbs during the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. The Post analyzed 25 years of government data on disability claims and sued VA and the Justice Department under the Freedom of Information Act, forcing the agencies to disclose thousands of pages of internal records and dozens of surveillance videos. The Post also interviewed scores of current and former U.S. officials and visited military bases around the country to speak with veterans. The Post filed its FOIA lawsuit against the Department of Veterans Affairs in September 2024 and later added the Executive Office for U.S. Attorneys as a defendant. Read the amended legal complaint. The investigation exposed an increasingly costly disability program prone to rampant exaggeration and fraud, which make it harder for veterans with legitimate claims to get their benefits processed. Bipartisan political indifference and a weak array of checks and balances have compounded the dysfunction. Veterans advocates, for-profit companies, and VI itself encourage vets to file as many claims as possible to milk the system. The documents and data obtained by the Post spotlighted other obvious signs of waste and abuse, as well as an internal awareness and tolerance of such problems. Critically, VA has failed to update antiquated rules that provide outsized benefits for some easily manageable ailments. For instance, VA typically pays veterans diagnosed with sleep apnea, a common breathing disorder, more than a combat vet with a leg amputated below the knee. Disability ratings for sleep apnea vary, depending on the severity of the condition. But veterans who need to use a continuous positive airway pressure, CPAP machine, generally receive a 50% rating. Those with a leg amputated below the knee generally are rated as 40% disabled. The easy-to-manipulate regulations have turned the disability program into a rich target for con artists, who are typically prosecuted only in the most egregious and flagrant cases. Last year, a grand jury indicted an Army veteran on charges of conspiring to defraud the government of $1.1 million by pretending to be paralyzed. According to prosecutors, she spent some of the money on Caribbean vacations and gambling jaunts to Las Vegas. She has pleaded not guilty. In June, a Vietnam War veteran pleaded guilty to ripping off VI by claiming to be blind for 29 years. In fact, he could see well enough to drive and repeatedly renewed his license. The Justice Department said he defrauded taxpayers of nearly $1.2 million. The attorney for the Vietnam veteran who pretended to be blind, Paul Leslie Thompson, has filed court papers arguing that the total loss to VA.
Family, I'm feeling my little allergies or whatever going on here, but we're going to get to it, okay? Now, we want to watch the actual video, so this is fair use, family, okay? We're going to watch the video. Let me know when I start the video if you can hear it. I'm going to ask you, okay? And I want you to watch this. Fair use. This is for educational purposes. 5-minute video we're going to talk about.
The public image of a disabled veteran is someone who's been wounded in combat while serving their country. And I think the public really isn't aware of the extent to which the disability compensation program is being exploited and taken advantage of.
People who say they need the government to pay them for a disability that they don't really have.
He said that after serving his country in the military, he could no longer use his hands or his feet.
Collected hundreds of thousands of dollars until they were caught on hidden camera.
Video of him in the wheelchair.
The Post started reporting on this story more than a year ago because we had noticed a clear trend, an explosion in the number of disability applications to the VA.
I think what the power of those are when they're together.
We wanted to find out, why is there this explosion in claims? Some of it obviously are the wars in the Middle East, but beyond that, what's driving it? We've gone through tens of thousands of pages of court documents, reports, investigations. We've talked to dozens of veterans, officials in the VA, current and former.
The system is vulnerable to manipulation.
People fraud. The vast majority of disabilities that the VA is paying veterans compensation for are conditions that are not ones that in the public mind are associated with disabled vets. Things like jock itch.
How many people have we heard talk about jock itch? And do they know how bad eczema can be? That can be very serious. Now, our brother here says, example, Social Security does not, I don't know, evaluate to compensate amputations below the risk for single arm if it does not affect work life and healing. Yes. Farm Girl say, I would think the PAC Act brought in quite a few claims. But Farm Girl Rebel is right on top of it. Not, hey, I'm coughing, family. I'm pushing through this here. So thank y'all for being patient with me. Not that they are fraudulent, but it's a significant number. I think they bring it up to cover themselves. Many cases happen because they bring up the fact that there are less disabled veterans, but more money being paid out. Now, we'll get to your comment in a minute. I'm having trouble. Give me some. Let it play for a minute.
Hair loss,
Hemorrhoids, in shaving bumps, scars.
migraines. There's more than 900 ailments or conditions that the VA.
Do they know how bad migraines are? If you consider migraines to be severe, how bad do they get, family? Let us know. Is that a minor thing? Just say if you let. Is that minor for those that have experienced it?
Will pay disability for sleep apnea, erectile dysfunction. VA is not going to check whether they really have it. So it's an easy way to game the system. When VA.
How sick is this dude? He want to check and see if a grown man has erectile dysfunction. Dude, he wants to see if a grown man, who's going to check to see if somebody got erectile dysfunction? How ridiculous is that claim? To me, but in your opinion, it may not be. Now, Charleston says, idiots, there is legally blind and disably blind. Each state controls license, and my VAI department, they report to state vision problems. Yes. But they're kind of conflating these things. And it's a sensational story, I have to say. And it get laws changed too. Let's continue.
VA does open a criminal investigation into suspicion of fraud. They really only do that in two scenarios. One is if they can prove in black and white that the person's lying. One of the patterns of cases we found were people claiming to be blind when they can see just fine. There was one guy who kept claiming he was blind, but posting photos and videos on social media showing himself out hunting and snorkeling.
Now, let me ask a question. Can you be legally blind and still see, but you may not see certain colors? Do that mean that you don't see anything? Could you be blind in one eye? Legally blind don't mean you're blind in both eyes, does it? Come on now. Now back to what that criticism about veterans getting disability for migraines. Betty Bob say migraines are definitely not minor. It is also shows up on a MRI. So there's physical evidence in MRI. Now listen what our brothers say here. Headaches are no jokes. He can have mine for 3 months. He don't seem to be concerned or sensitive to that fact. Now, and these are two people that suffer. Betty Bops and I believe Jay Oliver suffer from headaches and migraines. Come on now. Now, but everybody is entitled to their opinion. We are not stopping you. You're free to speak tonight. If you disagree with veterans, the New York, not the Washington Post article, you're welcome.
Veterans can claim to be wheelchair bound or housebound or infirm. They can't get around.
Do you still drive? No.
But yet on video, the VA often finds that these people are out doing all sorts of normal activities that are completely incompatible with what they're claiming.
Now, in that case, I agree. If you're saying that you cannot do certain things and you can, that's a problem. The best thing to do is tell the truth. Now, listen, let me tell you what I mean. That if they limit you part of the time, but not all of the time, you can say that. If you're sometimes paralyzed and other times you are not, you need to say that. But when you're fraudulent saying, I can't ever walk, but they see you doing cartwheels and running marathons, okay. Come on now, fam. Let us continue.
These cases are really striking because you see with your own eyes the degree to which people are faking it, but it's only these extreme examples are the ones that get caught.
While so many veterans are encouraged to game the system, what we have is a very, very, very...
Now that's a real loaded statement. So many veterans are encouraged to game the system. Do y'all feel that way? That we are encouraged to game the system? I don't see that as being, and maybe I'm wrong. Am I missing something? Now, our sister say I had to take FMLA at work for migraine headaches. Lays me out. Many of y'all have to go into rooms. I mean, am I missing something, family? The way they reporting this, we as veterans are sitting in high cotton. Now, Farm Girl Rebel say, I cannot have any weight on my shoulders, not even a purse. You will never see me with any kind of backpack or purse. Well, now, listen. I can do physical things, right? I do have conditions that are physical injuries, but my disability is PTSD. And what they want me to do, show that? That's happened in the past, and we don't want to go that route. Then everybody want to start running. It's too late then. Do well to leave me alone. I mean, what I mean, that's kind of, I don't understand. Now, oddly enough, I still ride a horse, okay, but it cannot be a wild or crazy horse. Has to be well trained and not pulling on me. Yeah, you know, don't have a lot of spirit, we call it. A gentle horse, we call him, down here in Texas. Now, in everything, there is bad apples. Now, that's true. I was taught in Navy, A school, 7% is acceptable loss. Yeah, that's going to be, and you know, they just need to put the system, but they're not showing. I feel if they were more balanced in this reporting, okay. But they look like they coming in it weighted one side, and that's just my opinion. Come on, family. We talking about this thing tonight. Yes, indeed. You're not going to believe this. I came up with this just today. Sometimes I can come up with stuff quick. Sometimes my brain don't be working right because of that PTSD. Now, Farm Girl Rebel, the news, social media, everything always shows the bad apples as an example of all. That's right. Because that sells. I have to avoid dogs, cats, and little kids because they are trip and fall hazards for me. Right. People don't know that. That's a fall risk. Hold on. Let's get back to it. Let's see what she's saying. Let her speak her piece.
Very long backlog of pending claims and veterans who really, really do need this system to help them. The system, when it first started, was designed to compensate veterans for lost earning capacity.
No. They're getting tricky with it. No, it was not. When it first started, it was set up to compensate white veterans. The GI Bill wasn't even for black veterans who served in World War I, World War II, when they started World War II. No. So now that more people are getting it, female veterans, black veterans, other veterans are getting it, now all of a sudden it's coming more scrutinized. Because my granddaddy didn't get nothing. Huh? My uncles that served in Korea didn't get nothing. Come on now. I'm telling you real truth. Let me start it back up.
In the two great wars, we saw lots of soldiers who lost limbs, who came home and they were so broken and couldn't work. At that time, we were in an economy of manual labor. So it was very clear that many of these returning soldiers would not be able to work. What's happened is that we've obviously become a white-collar culture, and the law really hasn't changed at all. So we have hundreds of thousands of veterans who are 100% disabled who are working full-time jobs.
The VA is operating under old rating conditions and really hasn't kept
what they going after. They coming for the ones that are 100% disabled and working. The P&T people. Not the ones on unemployability. Huh? You hear that? Now, Farm Girl says, Jay, sorry, but you cannot visit here. I have 5 goats that are underfoot always and a couple of dogs. LOL. Yes, indeed. I got a cat that be tripping me. Look, think the cat, she's an outside cat. You think she would like getting stepped on all the time? Sometimes. They like running up under you.
Up with modern medicine.
The veteran's point of view is, look, we risked our lives, we went and served, and even if we are able to work full time, we still deserve for the government to help us.
Historically, a lot of veterans have been reluctant to ask for help. But what we found in the course of our reporting is the guardrails and the checks and balances have really evaporated.
We need a disability system. It has to serve veterans who have sacrificed so much to serve, but does it need to change so that it is more effective, so that it's serving the right ailments and the right people?
Now they said exploit. Now they just saying they using that same 193 billion to pay disability compensation, but they used the word exploit to describe it earlier. The VA themselves say VA officials say most veterans' disabilities are legitimate, which it is. Or you wouldn't get, even the ones that are legitimate don't get rated all the time. Am I right? How many of you have submitted fully developed claims and they were still knocked down? Put FDC, fully developed claim. If you submitted fully developed claims and they still sent you, they said it wasn't a sufficient evidence, or they sent you to a CMP exam anyway, and you had already submitted a private DBQ. Come on now. Or you had all evidence. Now listen, what our brothers say here. Our brothers say, if you submitted a fully developed claim and they still denied you, put it in the chat. Now, let me know if you can hear me. I adjusted my mic. My Uncle Dan, this is from Brother Charleston Zimmerman. I might be coughing here and there, so please be patient with me. My Uncle Dan, Navy gunner mate, World War II, had combat PTSD. He died in 1971 from cancer. VA recognized PTSD in 1980. Did y'all hear that? He died in 1971, but they didn't recognize till after his death. Am I right, Brother Charleston? You know how many veterans' claims get approved after they pass away? Let's talk about it. I told you about the black veterans, but they mistreated a lot of veterans of all ethnicities too. Let me explain one in particular. This really touches me, what you say, Brother Charleston. Who in here ever heard of Audie Murphy? Who ever heard of Audie Murphy? He was an actor, and he was a World War II veteran. Whoever from Texas? Whoever heard of Audie Murphy? He made a movie playing himself. Let us know. Let me tell you something about Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy was successful. Yes, indeed. Come on now. Singing cowboy. Yes, I've heard of Audie Murphy. Let me tell you about him. I'm gonna tell you, he was a good man. I'm gonna tell you, for all my cousin used to work for him, and if he was a racist guy, he would say it. From all he know, that guy was a good dude. Let me tell you, he worked for him. He had a chimpanzee that would fight you though. He had a chimpanzee, I think, that used to get drunk. You know, one of them little chimpanzees. He was like a human. Sergeant Audie Murphy. You know what got him? He couldn't sleep because he had PTSD. He died broke because it started affecting his sleep, so he couldn't run his life like he used to in his businesses. Do you understand? He died financially strained, and because he couldn't sleep. He told him he had insomnia, he couldn't sleep, he had PTSD. This man did everything he could coming out the military, became an actor, opened up businesses, gave people jobs, gave my cousin a job on his ranch, training horses. But the PTSD caught up with him. And they'll be, well, Audie Murphy, he's not missing a leg. Audie Murphy, he's not missing an eye. He doesn't have a brain injury, traumatic brain injury. Yeah, but he had PTSD. There's a such thing as invisible wounds. Now, let's see. Let me get up here now. Yes, I had a fully developed claim they turned down. So did Jay Oliver. So did Vin Olive. Everybody so loved Vin Olive. So did Rose City D. Now listen right here. Jay Oliver says UNK was not treated right, Charleston. Yes, indeed. He wasn't. Your uncle was not treated right, brother. I sure hate that. Now, I just don't like that, man. There's no reason for that to be that way. They've been knowing what PTSD was since the Civil War. Now, Farm Girl Rebel say, yes, I had heard of Audie Murphy. And Job say the singing cowboy and say, yes, I've heard of him. Yeah, that man went through PTSD. Didn't know he died broke. If he wasn't broke, he was in bad financial strait, but he couldn't sleep because of that PTSD caught up with him. He said he had sleep problems, but you know what it was? Man, insomnia. That's what they called it. They called it insomnia with him, with Audie Murphy. Rest in power, Audie Murphy. Now, insomnia. If you get a chance, go back and watch that movie when he plays himself and he hops up on that tank that's burning. He hopped up on a tank that's burning and shooting that machine gun to keep the Germans away. That happened in real life. Now, I think it was worse than my spinal pain for messing with my life. Yes, y'all going through stuff, man. And ladies, and listen, Sergeant, yes, indeed. Medal of Honor winner get a monthly pension, right? I think, I'm not for sure back then. I'm sure he got something, but he was the most decorated soldier in World War II. Am I lying? The most decorated soldier in world. Go Google that. Come on now, fam. Now, you might disagree, as my brother Jason would say. You may feel like it was fair. So you are open here in a minute. We're going to go over a little information. So they use the term dubious. Remember, you heard dubious, meaning it's not to be confirmed. Well, we do it through evidence. Let's see if it's dubious. See, you notice they kept focusing on what? Injuries that were visible, a missing leg, a missing arm. Then they say, nah, these are real disabled people. Well, Audie Murphy wasn't missing no arms or legs. And he was impacted by the military. And guess what? You don't have to be in combat to be injured in the line of duty. One of the great men of honor, one of the first black guys to go underwater, I don't think he did that doing combat operations when he got his leg cut off. That was after all that was over. He lost part of his leg because it was on the ship. Because Brother Charleston and Sister Betty Bops will tell you, being on a ship is a dangerous thing. Some anchor, some came and some pulled and ripped his leg loose, and I think he had to get it amputated. Yeah, this happened, and he got medically retired. Yeah, man. Come on now. So they're talking in this Washington Post article as if you got to be missing a limb in order to be disabled. You got to be completely blind. They don't bring up people that are legally blind. Now, I want to know, can an individual, how can I say this? Can they drive and be legally blind and drive in some situations? Let us know. Put the word drive in there. If you put B and then drive, blind driving, put it in there, B and then a space and drive. If in some situations you can drive legally blind, let us know. Now, this reminds me of that video we did here. Go back and watch it, please. Sick call police, where they're trying to regulate people in the military. You're not really sick unless I can notice that you're visibly sick. That is not their job. That's the job of who? That is the job of a medical professional. Come on now. Okay, she say, folks, I gotta run. Let my niece dog out for her when I get back. If not, good night. Keep going. We'll see. Just come back and check. Now, she's the first in tonight. Now, listen, what they didn't bring up was the VA claim process. And for the most part, they go over it. Now, say no mention of how a physical condition affects you mentally. Come on into it, Coasty. Betty Bops, Jay Oliver, Farm Girl Rebel, Rose City D, and MG Smith, and Coasty is breaking it down. Come on now, and the rest of the family, y'all all putting y'all in. Let me put that music back on so I can calm down with my PTSD. The Bible said that Saul would have fits, King Saul, and David would play the harp to calm him down. Let me put that music on. Come on now. Say, Farm Girl Rebel, good night. Hopefully you come back through. They saying, Farm Girl Rebel, say, yes, indeed. Now listen. Charleston says, drive with 30% field vision loss, 20/400 vision impairment. Would that be considered legally blind though? Let me know. Now, jock itch can affect you. They was making light of jock itch in this article. Do you think it's severe? Look what they said. Coasty nailed it. Let's go back. No mention of how physical conditions affect you mentally. Come on now. He brought it up. He said crotch rot. Come on now. But y'all all getting heavy. I'm jumping back from one comment to the next. Say no mention of how a physical condition affects you mentally. No. So which veterans did they interview? And why wasn't they on that video? Uh-oh, he breaking it down. Yes. Legally blind over 20/200. Wow. And you said somebody driving with 20/400. Come on now. Coasty, Betty Bob say, Coasty 100%. Family. This is the quality that we need in a live stream. This is why people don't like this here, because we have so many competent people together up in here. They show watching. When we start talking about this, everybody want to know what we talking about. You hear what I said? They show coming up in here. Now listen, yes, my back pain with shooting pain in my legs make me miserable, and it can make you depressed. Come on now. Tinnitus, the ringing in the ear, can lead to other conditions. Family. Now, Rose City D say, yes, my back pain. Okay, I said that, yes. Say, I agree, Rose City D from Betty Bob's. I enlisted. Now listen to what Charleston Zimmerman said. I enlisted at 20/40, but had perfect color vision. Okay. Sciatica is invisible. Wow. I didn't know that. Did not know that. Now let's get to it. The claim, they didn't really talk about the claim process in this article by the Washington Post. That you have to go through steps. They did not mention evidence. They said veterans are just being pushed through. How can you push through without evidence? Okay? Unless you have a presumptive, and we're going to talk about that in a second. First, you got to have a focus of what you're claiming. Then you have to have evidence backed up by VA law. Now, this is all my slides, family. See, this is what we've been covering. I've been preparing for stuff like this. Then you got to submit the claim. You got to have a diagnosis, a nexus, severity level. Then you get an exam. Why you being given something if they got an independent doctor doing the exam? Are they saying that everybody's in on it? Come on, what they saying, family? They saying even the independent doctor in on it? Then you got to ask for updates. You could get the claim denied. They didn't talk about claim denials at all in the Washington Post article. Then you get approved. But wait, it don't even stop that. You can get approved. You can get 100%. You can get 50%. Yes, indeed. Medical evidence, A to Z. Now, who else has the whole layout chart like H-Town right here? This is another one of my videos. I've been going over this and see how I tie it all together. That's one of my thumbnails. Then you got to go into the exam room. We talked about it. You got to go watch our video, the do's and don'ts on VA compensation exams. They don't just give you nothing. That's an independent specialist. Either your independent specialist with a private DBQ, or the VA sends you to a CMP exam. They're not just giving you VA compensation. Then once they get it, even if the doctor says, I think they're 100%, the VA is still going to do a severity assessment. Did we not give you a video on this too? Now, who's tying it in like this? Talk to me now. Talk to me. The VA, even when the DBQ is completed or the CMP exam is completed properly and the doctor feels like you're totally disabled, you have a condition that the rating criteria is 100%, they'll still say, or if you got 50%, they'll still say, nope, we still got to put it through our severity assessment. We will include what the doctor says, but we have the final call as a VA rater. Now, severity assessment. It's the rating schedule. So they look at symptom frequency, how often they happen, symptom duration, how long does a symptom last, the impact the symptom has on your daily life, and the impact it has on your work life, daily life, being at home and in the social world. Come on now, family, listen to what Jay Oliver says. Family, I hope we went over this thing right. Did we go over it right tonight? I'm under the weather, but we want to cover this tonight. Jay Oliver say the Washington Post article seems as if veterans said it and the VA wrote them a check, no questions asked. Jay Oliver and no proof they talk to real veterans. Hold on. You're not saying that the Washington Post, a national syndicated newspaper, you're not saying they lied. Hold on. Take that back, Brother Charleston. That's like saying Pastor Dougie lied. And you know how I feel about that. Uh-oh. Am I clickbaiting again? Now, that's one thing he give me, all. I need to stop being wish-washy. Now, remember, all the disabilities are based on the rating criteria, and you have to have your symptoms have to indicate 100%, 0% rating criteria. It has to, from 0 to 100%, it has to indicate what symptoms are at that percentage through the evidence, medical evidence, and in-service reports of your military service. Come on now. And it's simple. They didn't bring up nothing about you have to have a diagnosis. So they saying you're making up the diagnosis, which is a recognized injury or condition. Then you have to have a nexus. They didn't mention none of these steps. Connecting the injury to military service. Then thirdly, there is a measure of severity. How does the injury affect your ability to work and function in daily life? Now listen what it say. Say, okay, Pastor Dudley is pure. I'm sorry. Oh, I ain't saying he's pure. You triggered Charleston. I'm sorry, Brother Charleston. I'm gaslighting. Now. Oh, look, y'all getting on me. Pastor Dougie is an angel. Now listen, only then will they approve your claim. Even if one rater approves your claim, if their supervisor, several people go over your claim, everybody show love to Bionic Woman. Say, good evening, Mr. H-Town vet and veteran family. Sister, I'm a little under the weather. I have to stop the video. Pause, let the video play so I can cough, but I'm here. We have 14 likes and 21 watching. If you haven't had a chance, smash that like button. See, they don't approve all claims. They act like they're approving all claims. They said nothing in that article that I can see, and they probably did, just for statistics. They didn't talk much about, let me put it like that, about deferred claims. I don't know if they mentioned deferred claims and denied claims. They didn't say much about it. They highlighted only the ones that are approved. Everybody saying hi to Bionic Woman. We going in on this. Say, everybody salute our Air Force sister. Say hi to her. Now, I wasn't in the Air Force now. She's a sister veteran. I ain't cosplaying. So now, the PACT Act, see, they kind of stress because more veterans are filing claims. They say there are less veterans, but there are more people, more money being paid out because of the PACT Act, because of Afghanistan and the Iraq wars and all these multiple injuries because people are doing multiple tours. Come on. I haven't been in the military for a long while, but all of us know that. Look, if I got messed up in one combat operation, then I stayed there for 5 months and 2 days. Can you imagine somebody going back for multiple tours? Come on, fam. She's showing love to everybody, and everybody's saying hi to everybody. And they saying hi to Vin Olive and Bionic Woman. Oh, we thank God for your family. We in here because we care about each other. We want to make sure you straight. All you know, I know some of y'all had a rough time, but we here for you. I want you to know that. All right? We this is a safe place. When it get rowdy, we fold up trolls and send them on their way. Come on now. Yeah. The PACT Act, look what Rose City D say. The PACT Act helped me get 50% for sleep apnea. And guess what they were attacking tonight? Sleep apnea in the article. We're talking about the Washington Post article, Sister Bionic Woman. Yes, indeed. Oh, I like that little thing with the Vin Olive and Coasty. I like that you put that emoji. Love when y'all use emojis. That help emojis. That also helps the channel. They say how many people use emojis. Now, and they didn't talk about how many people do what? Get reductions. We did a video on, look, she back. Look at she back. Boy, we having fun tonight. We having fun tonight because we talking truth. Now listen, mental health conditions are the first one to get reduced. Muscular, scalar injuries, back pain. Well, let me start with the mental health. PTSD, depression, things like that. Anxiety. They the first ones to get reduced. Right? Muscular, scalar injuries, back pain, joint pains. These are top 4 Then after that, the third one is respiratory conditions. Didn't they attack sleep apnea tonight? They attacked sleep apnea, and I think they went after maybe joint pain, some kind of pain, and hearing loss. These are the 4 top ones. Watch our video on this. And if they show substantial improvement and continuous improvement, and we defined all that, family, go watch that video. Oh, hold on, I missed some stuff. Hold on. They didn't bring up the fact that the VA be breaking the rules against us. They talked about how the VA break the rules for us. I haven't seen it. Come on now. But what about when the VA, a person have a permanent disability not likely to improve, and they still send you in for evaluation? They did bring up those that have 100% and working. Well, if the rules say you can, why they tripping? They working full-time jobs. That's in the rule. Why you hating? They got rules for other people that can't work with unemployability. Come on now. Now listen to what our sister Farm Girl Rebel is back. She say, I realize I have a phone and can still listen and chat at my niece's house. No, I'm a little slow. No, you're not. You're wonderful. Family, this lets me know how important this channel is. To you, I know how important it is to me. Thank you. Now, H-Town, National Guard deployed after 9/11. How many days active duty to qualify for PACT Act? I believe, what is it? You have to be for a month, for 30 days or 30 days. I think you got to be active duty to get the benefits as a disabled veteran. I don't know if it's changed, but you got to be able to prove it. The problem is they don't always put in the paperwork. I was helping a disabled brother, a brother who had been active for 30 days, but he didn't have his paperwork. He had some, but it wasn't what he needed. It wasn't reflected. Oh Lord, now I got to double click. Now, Brother Gary say, good evening, H-Town and the whole crew. Oh, y'all cutting up now. Look at it. Now she back. Say, no, yeah, I ain't gonna read it. I can't read it. Then MG Smith, they saluting. Family, do you feel the love back up in here? Do y'all know we have over 23 people in here just now? We got 20 in here now. Family, we gonna be all right. We gonna be doing our thing. Huh? All right, let's see. I got a double click. And everybody speaking. Now, so this is from the Office of Inspector General. VA veterans are still being required to attend unwarranted medical reexaminations for disability benefits. Why didn't the Washington Post mention this? That they were underpaying for the PACT Act. I believe it was the PACT Act. They was underpaying the veterans' dependents. And then one of the AI apps was underpaying benefits to veterans. Why they don't mention none of the things that they do that harm veterans, only the things that they feel veterans are exploiting the system? I guess to be fair, this was the focus was. But why not? What happened to fair and balanced? Now, the problem I have with the article is many of the conditions that they said were either minor or not visible. Come on, family. Is H-Town breaking it down? If you have cardiovascular system problems, can they see that? If you have dental or oral, most of the time they can't see it. If you have digestive issues, where you may have where you can't control your bodily functions. How they gonna know that? If you have systems with your the thyroids, the hormonal system, female reproductive problems, these are major categories of VA disabilities. Huh? Let's talk about the male system and the urine system and erectile dysfunction. They made light of that. Mental disorders, they didn't really bring up. We talked about Audie Murphy, this man who was the most decorated soldier in World War II and who was successful, but that PTSD caught up with him later. He couldn't sleep. I'm assuming dreaming about his experiences in the war. Now, what about musculoskeletal system? They can't see what's going on with your bones, with your muscle, unless you have a brace on. What about your nervous system? They can't see that with this news article. What about nutrition deficiencies? Sometimes they may be able to see it in your eyes, maybe not. Respiratory system. Your five senses. They don't know if you can touch, smell, see. So what evidence are they looking for? That's skin conditions that they trivialized. Autoimmune disorders and infectious diseases. These are not necessarily visible. Now, listen to what M.G. Smith says. The Washington Post found a few bad apples and how they want to stereotype all veterans. Do y'all feel like that? That's what now I want to kind of stick with that theme because you may disagree because we want to know. Charleston, I can see 2025-26 is a bad time to be a disabled veteran. All right. Now we're gonna ask you the question in a minute here. Give us a question. We about to do it. Now, this is what I feel. How can the Washington Post know what's going on with your conditions? They're making presumptions and judgments, but they don't have access to your private medical records. I believe if they could, they would. I think they wanted our medical records out and open so they could show it on their paper and say, look, this person don't deserve. So they want to be the one evaluating us. Trivialized is a accurate description. Yes. Yeah, they don't have access to our medical records. So how can this news article be legitimate? All they have access to is the reports from the VA and what our medical conditions are. Okay. So who are they to say my medical condition ain't bad when the VA has a rating schedule, a rating criteria for them? But they don't have access to my medical records, so they can't say what my problems are. And them saying they talk to a lot of veterans, I don't know. I think a lot of veterans' medical records are leaked at one time or another in the past. Real talk. And they might have access to them, huh? But they can't say that. They want to. And they might start leaking them. And if you have invisible wounds because of a mental health disorder like PTSD, how can the Washington Post or any non-military person know it unless they encounter or trigger your condition? News reports can trigger PTSD. They didn't go into the mental health aspect of the game. Now listen what say. Charleston Zimmerman say, M.G. Smith, mine was 1999 by court order. Man, you had to get off your medical records. Wow, that ain't cool. Then we talked about the overdeveloped claim. that when veterans, they should have a balance showing both parts, in my opinion. They got a right to do what they want to do, but they should have shown a balance of how some veterans are denied when they deserve the benefit. And how even when veterans submit adequate evidence, they are still told they had inadequate evidence, even with a fully developed claim showing a DBQ, service connection, evidence of diagnosis and everything, and they're still denied. But they're saying we going there like we ain't got no evidence that the VA is in cahoots with us. Not us, because you know the ones that got caught for fraud, they got paid. Now listen. Now MG Smith say, wow, that sucks, Charleston. Yes, indeed. Now listen. Now listen what our sister Betty Bob say. H-Town, all they did was Google the information to get the number and read some Reddit information and either AI for information. Okay, let me ask you this here. I want y'all to tell me if you think they talk to, do you really believe when they say they talk to veterans that were disabled or had filed claims? Put vet in the chat. VET. If you think they didn't, or you put, if you think they didn't, say no vet. That they didn't, that the what do you call it? The Washington Post say they interviewed veterans. Who think they interviewed veterans? Who think they didn't? If you think they interviewed veterans, put vet in the chat. If you think they didn't interview veterans, they making it up, put no vet in the chat. Come on, let us know. Let us know, family. Now, guess what's next? If we're not careful, they gonna say, well, not just the veteran don't need the claim. Why in the world do dependents need to be substituted in the claims when they're not the veteran? All right. What is WAPO? I don't know what that is. Jim, Mr. Jim, what does that mean? Is a mouthpiece for billionaires. What is WAPO? Tell us so we can, because we got to make sure we know what you're talking about before we put it on the screen. Now, Mr. Jim, let us know what you mean by that statement. Now, Jay Oliver say vet. And Brother Charles say vet. Wrong vet. They talk to the wrong vet. Now, exactly, Betty, they show a declining lack of information on how the scheduler rating system works. Yes. So no vet. They didn't talk to no vet in your opinion, Betty Bobs. Now, let us know, Mr. Jim, so we can greet you here. And that's if you're gonna keep coming, that's not a request. That's that we actually, you're gonna have to tell us what that means, so we know what, you may not mean nothing by it, but I don't know what it means, so we want to make sure, because I don't know what WAPO means. Now, Charleston say all that does is MG Smith, it gives me more evidence to file my new PTSD from Brother Charleston. MG Smith say no vet. You don't think they talk to no vet. Bionic Woman say they don't think they talk to vet. Are we getting what we don't believe the news anymore? How you gonna believe? Let me ask y'all a question. I'm a veteran on the I'm a veteran. I have no news accuracy, but it seems like y'all believe some of the stuff I say. How you gonna? That's a professional news agency that's worth millions, if not a few, if not $1 billion. But they might try to take the dependents benefits next, saying you not the veteran, you didn't serve, They used to say that to World War II veterans. Now, and their dependents. I haven't believed the news in ages. I cut my cable and network TV in 2003. You know, I stopped listening a long time ago. Now, let me ask you a question. Tell me what percentage of your information you get off of TV. Give me a second. Let me write it down. And I'm putting it in the chat. You know what? Give me a second. I'm gonna put it on a banner. Now, I want to know what percentage of your news is from TV, like cable channels, and what percentage is from social media. All right? And let us know. Now, listen, let us know what percent. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. Hold on, I got to put that banner back up. All right. What percentage? What percentage of your, I want a number. Put TV in the percentage. Social media in the percentage. Who's still watching regular television? Let us know. Now, listen here. Let me read this here. Betty Bob says, H-Town, you know a veteran is not going to trust the news, a random stranger, or anyone doing the news that will exploit us as a veteran. You right about that. They got a few foolish people. Now, and they ain't gonna trust the VA when they call us in for surveys. When they ask you for them surveys, a lot of us don't want to do those surveys for the VA. Mainstream media has agendas. Okay. Now, Charleston Zimmerman says, really, distrust the news? Who will sell cars, hair shampoo? Right. So much advertisement. Now, listen to what Jay Oliver says. I missed the air show in my town because I didn't see the local news. LOL. Oh, Lord. Now, listen. I still listen to local news out of Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, I kind of listened to a little bit starting about a week ago. I use it as my home screen when I'm getting online. So I got to have something to get the online stuff going on my television. And that's kind of how I see stuff there. But I don't really watch it. So I'll say for local, maybe 1 to 3%, because I don't watch it long. The rest is all social media, mainly YouTube. They're almost 99% YouTube. Now, MG Smith said, but this country has been in a disinformation campaign for years now. Yes, indeed. Now, Farm Girl Rebel say less than 1%. That is 1% limit for local information. So I don't miss air shows. If I was in deep dive into a topic, I source a lot of different places and people. Oh, real good. Now, Charleston Zimmerman say local news, 1%. Social media, 99%. That says a lot. Now, Gary Walker say 1% of the news taken in from news affiliates. I prefer other trusted platforms to get more accurate information sharing. Now, look, I'm not saying that I'm the most accurate person in the world, but when I can expose them that easily, and many of you could have. Now, how do you think it would have went if they would have talked to me about this? How y'all think it would have went if they would have talked to H-Town or you or me? Come on now. But I use myself. Now, if they would have interviewed me on my channel, they come on my channel. Now, Jay Oliver says TV 0%, BBC, Al Jazeera, NPR, and YouTube. So he watched BBC and Al Jazeera for more balance. Jay Oliver now say 50% from local news. Now this is interesting. One person still watch local news a lot. I'd buy tickets, H-Town. Now listen. Now look. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I am a debater. Y'all seen me interview people. Y'all seen me interview trolls, and we had a good, exchange. They wasn't trolling then. They was trying to soften me up, several of them. And y'all see me interview trolls, non-trolls, different people, and I know how to talk to people and engage people. You think that they could just come at me sideways? Huh? Now look, if the Washington Post went to H-Town, he would have them crying. Oh Lord, why would you think I would have them crying? Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh, why would you think I would have them crying, Charleston? Charleston, why are we having so much fun tonight? I've been ill. I've been kind of down. My daughter, she went to Dallas, her job sent her on a retreat. She started work on Monday at an accounting firm. And they sent her on a retreat from the day to Wednesday. I got to pick up from the airport. She went to Dallas. She up there with you, Bionic Woman. My baby up there. She made it on her plane safely. I don't like them planes. Some of them planes. Now, all hell would have broken loose with verified information to combat disinformation. Misinformation. Oh Lord. You said they would have triggered me? Hold on. Well, hold on. When I say, hold on. Do I have, I didn't put that slide in tonight. I was looking for it. Verify. You said I'd have been talking about verify information, huh? Oh, boy, I can't say it, but I'll put it on the thing because, when y'all put that @ symbol. What percentage of the news come from? I thank y'all. Y'all been very interactive tonight, and we thank you so much. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Let me get that off the screen for now. Y'all done such an excellent job. And I'm not feeling well tonight. I'm feeling pretty good, but that cough got me. Look, H-Town, you would say, shut up, verify. Would I go at him like that? Huh? Shut up, verify. Huh? Remember what we had to do in the military? Whenever somebody gave us an order over the radio, what would we say? We would say, what? Authenticate. Huh? Didn't y'all do that in the Navy? I saw that movie. What's that movie with two of my favorite actors, Denzel Washington and God, Lord, he just passed away. What's the other gentleman that they were on that submarine? Oh, how can I'm horrible. I'm hit myself in the head. Not literally, but Oh man. Him, he played in The French Connection. Come on, family. That's embarrassing. I almost said his name. Gene Hackman. Do you hear me? When they had to authenticate that message and whether it's through the nuclear weapon, man, you talking about two great actors at their best. I'm sorry. Crimson Tide was the movie. Crimson Tide. Yes, indeed. Now, Hunt for Red October was one of them. Now, that was actually part of that other movie, Clear and Presentation. Hunt for Red October was part of that, I think. Jay got it. That was Crimson Tide. You want to watch a movie, some of the best movie or Navy movies, and you'll see how crazy Navy people are on them ships. They got weapons on those ships. Sometimes we don't be having our firearms. They got weapons on those ships. Big armories. Did you hear what I said? They got all kind of stuff going on. I say, man, this is crazy. Man, a mutiny ain't no joke, ain't it? I'm like, man, these guys need to take a chill pill. Huh? Man, that movie had me sweating. Sweating like a prostitute in church. Now listen, you don't fool with nuclear weapons. I see. The movie had me kind of unsettled. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because to see so many people on a ship that work as a group and a unit the way y'all do, I never seen nothing like that on such a large scale. The people that's getting the messages, the people that the captain of the ship and his subordinates and different people, the armorer. I'm like, man, what is going on here? Y'all too intense for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I saw another submarine. I mean, another Navy movies. H-Town. We are not for play in the Navy. I understand. Trust me. I understand. Man, I don't know. I didn't know what was going on the ships. I don't know. Air Force Security Force have bullets 24/7. I saw them walking around with them. Sometimes we wouldn't have ammo, but these dudes had magazine clips, everything. I said, I'm loaded. He say, yes. I said, okay, carry on, man. I'm like, dog. Man. Okay, now, back to it. Family, we've been here for 2 hours, 17 minutes. We'll try to keep it under 2.5. Let's see, or 3. Now, listen. Did I call it or did I call it? Did H-Town call it? Didn't I tell you before that this article came out, or if it did come out, I didn't know about it when I did this video. Didn't I tell you that other people such as VA employees, your neighbors, co-workers, and apparently syndicated news outlets, they all have issues with the fact that we get all these educational benefits, the VA compensation, state benefits, tollway, health care. That's a big problem they have. And we are a protected status as a disabled veteran. Don't forget that. But the main thing they got a problem with, that we making money while we sleep. So they feel like this gives us, and we're going to talk about it again, an unfair advantage over their children, over them. We're going to break this down. We got 17 like and 17 watching. Family, we picked a topic tonight, current events. Y'all told me current events were what it was all about, and thank you. Which one of y'all told me to focus on current events? One or two of y'all told me that. Come on now. Love, yes indeed. Watch that video that we have on this. Yes indeed. Another thing, when we ride around with them disabled veteran plates, or a veteran place, do you think that brings animosity? Because is that putting a target on our back where people resent? Or do we have a right to do what we do? Or should the license plate be where they can scan it and it doesn't have to be visible that we're a disabled veteran? It should be some electronic scan where we get the benefit. Let us know. We can be private. And H-Town did a live stream, for those who Bionic Woman probably remember, veteran entitlement or veteran greed. We talked about this. So I knew it was coming, fam, because I checked veterans that focus too much on the money. But I didn't misrepresent the veterans as being most veterans or all of us or many of us. MG Smith say, and all the states are clamoring for us veterans to live there in their state. Yes, indeed. And you know what those states, you know how often I'm riding on the freeway and I see disabled veteran tags and veteran tags, not just disabled, veterans too. I run it every day, and there's millions of people in the Houston area. Do you understand? Come on now. The states ain't worried about it. Do you think the states want them to cut our benefits off? That's more money we spending now. What are they giving us these breaks? Yeah, but then they know we're gonna buy groceries. They know we're gonna spend our families. Man, come on now. Now listen, Jay Oliver say, my wife wears her veteran's wife shirt now and gets discounts. They want them now. Now look what they say. H-Town got ESP. He read the future. I don't know if I'm reading the future, but I was right. I knew it was coming. I didn't know it was going to come through a news agency. Now that I didn't know, but I know haters. I ain't gonna say I was surprised at the news, because remember they did it before, but said some slick stuff, but they come out straight up strong and hard. And look what my title was. Go look back in my video library, and I had this. It's in there right now. Veteran entitlement or veteran greed. Come on now. Now listen, MG Smith said, no, I did not verify this, but I heard Texas surpassed California in the number of veterans living there. We're going to look into it. Thank you for saying it like that. We're going to look into it. Family, look here. Didn't H-Town vet do this video? Y'all remember that? The VBA pay to play scam that they were doing in the Puerto Rico VA. Remember that sheriff, that policeman who was hooked up with the Puerto Rico VA, and they was giving out 100% and 80% to people that didn't deserve them. We exposed this. We didn't hide it, but we did it fair and balanced, as the news people say. Come on now. That's another. Watch that video. Then we defined what VA fraud was with this case. We don't hide when veterans do wrong, but that's not the majority of us. That's some bad apples. Oh, and we talked about this earlier, family, and we're going to get back on it. Who in here feels like, come on and talk to me now. Who in here feels like some of the blowback, and another veteran, I can't say his name, he has a channel, it's Marine something, Salty Marine. Respect to you, my brother. Respect to you. Salty Marine, I think it is. Salty Marine, he brought it up that many of these, check him out. He got about the same number of subscribers, but he got a lot of more views than I do. Check him out, Salty Marine. He seemed like he, talk with some sense on some things. Check him out. Yes, please check him out. See, I don't have no problem telling you where I got stuff from. I just found Salty Marine recently. Yes. Now I'm gonna tell you, he brought up, and I appreciate him for this, a lot of the showboating. He the one that made me think about it. You know, I said I got a break because I knew it, but he confirmed it. I like when people confirm, and he expressed it in a way that made me think. That's right. I had went back to what I told y'all before when I did this live stream, where I say that the clickbait, all these people guaranteeing 100%, we make it easy. We talked about it earlier. Those you just came in there, that's like that old pyramid schemes, like the Amway back in the day, and different pyramid schemes. And not saying Amway was all the way, you know, they got some legitimate stuff, I guess. They still around, I think. Now, but all that clickbait that make non-veterans look at us like we running a scam. Whenever you see things like we make it easy, fast, quick, simple. When has VA disability ever been quick, fast, or simple, or easy? Does that sound like a scam? Put a Y in the chat if that sounds like a scam. Many YouTubers and other social media people that have veteran channels use those terms. Put veteran benefits fast, easy, or easy into your search for YouTube and see what people come up. How many veteran channels? Put a Y in the chat if you've heard of channels, veteran channels that say that they're fast, easy, or simple, or quick. Put a Y in the chat. If you haven't, put a N in the chat. Are these scam? Is that scammy language? Even if they may not be scam. Betty Bob say, yes, scams. Come on now. How they gonna get you money? How they gonna get you money and they ain't seen your evidence yet? How they gonna get you money and they don't know if you honorably discharged yet? How they gonna get you money when you may not even have a diagnosis or can't get a diagnosis? Uh-oh. Oh, Charles, he went. Charles don't be liking them all. Oh, Lord. Hold on, fella. I'm trying to catch Charleston. Oh, Lord. He said yes. Oh. Charleston say yes, usually law firms. Okay. MG Smith said yes. J. Oliver says yes. It's kind of delayed. I'm sorry. Farm Girl Rebel say one guy comes up all the time. And when y'all get off here, I want y'all to look up VA benefits fast, easy, or quick, or simple. 100% easy. Put 100% easy in there. You're going to blow your mind. Yes, for Bionic Woman. I think of them as ambulance chasers. The veteran channels are the lawyers. MG Smith. Now, since that guy didn't answer the question, and let me go back. Come on. I asked him to explain himself, but he didn't. Talking about Simpson stuff. Get you up out the paint. I gave you a chance to explain yourself, sir. Don't come in here talking crazy. We just getting you up out the paint. We don't know you, and you just coming here saying stuff about Simpson stuff and nothing about veteran benefits or what we're talking about. And I asked you to explain yourself, but you did. All right. Now, MG Smith say the lawyers. Okay. Yeah, you know, we just let everybody troll in here. Even if new people come up trolling, or saying off the wall crazy stuff, they testing the waters. Yes, okay. Kosi said yes. Now, and remember, they didn't talk about the fact that when a veteran goes to jail, if you prove that you got a mental health condition, they can get you locked up. And they didn't say nothing about how veterans lose their benefits. They talk about all the benefits veterans get in the article from the Washington Post. What about the veterans? And here's the big thing, fam. Now, this is something I remember the brother was saying, I don't know if I agree. I don't know. Maybe he seen something I didn't. Let me know. Salty Marine, he did say this. And I from my opinion, I don't see it, but you let me know. He said a lot of veterans be showboating. Do y'all see a lot of veterans online bragging about their benefits or just discussing their benefits? Let me know, because he from what he probably seen, I didn't see it. I don't see a lot of veterans doing that. Or is it the fact that we talk about our benefits is that like bragging? Because we talking about, hey, you can get this 100%. Let me know what y'all think. Do you see a lot of veterans showing off in your personal life, popping off, but I got this, I got that? Do you really see a lot of veterans doing that? Let me know. To non-veterans in particular. But he brought that up, and I say, I don't know for sure, but in my experience, I haven't seen it. But I'm just one person now. Now, here go what the problem is. The U.S. retirement age is 63. Did you hear what I said? Come on now. But if you in the military, the average retirement age is 43. If you do 20 credible years of service or more, 43. Come on, let's listen. However, you become disabled, if you get your full benefits, that's early retirement if you're 100% disabled veteran. Or if you get a partial retirement and you got a retirement from another job. But for the average non-military member, non-veteran, they gotta wait. And they see you walking around your yard, or even if you're older and you still don't have to work, they got a problem. Some people have a problem with you getting paid travel pay if they know it. Huh? Come on now. That's another issue. And remember, this is another video I did here, family. I want you to listen. This is back before most of you got here. Go look in the video archive. They're dealing with this same article. Like he say, what did Charleston say? That I must be a psychic. Here go another. Unfair advantage or veteran entitlement. Veteran entitlement or unfair advantage. Come on now. Come on now. Now I think he making sense. Okay. Hold on. Because I know he was getting it from somewhere, because I like he and Salty. I only saw a few videos, but I like what I saw. Salty, hold on, coffee. Sorry about that, fam. I may have strep throat or something. Now listen, Jonathan say when they try to coerce you to join their VA claim service, they show off their riches. Yeah. So he is right. Some people showing off to get you to lure you in. How many people they got money? And have you seen people on their channel or some of the claim consulting companies do that? Who did you see do that, Giallo? H-Town with the YouTube have veteran channels. It's like rubbing non-veterans, okay, service into their nose. You don't think there would be blowback? Right. Now, what about our veteran channels? I was thinking that too. How does it bother them? Do you think they listen in the way we talk about benefits? Remember, our biggest troll, Mr. Expert, he was a non-veteran. And I think it bothered him because he would never qualify for the benefits because he wasn't a veteran. But he so-called helped other people get their benefits, but he resented me doing it because he wanted them to, I guess, kind of worship him or something. I don't know. And he had other issues, pretending to be women and stuff. That's been abused. That's sick. Now, we want to know your answer to this. All right. Is the Washington Post news article on VA compensation a hit piece against veterans? Now, you could say yes, no, or you could say it was balanced. Okay? Your answers can be yes, no. Instead of maybe, you're going to put balance. Do you think it was a hit piece, or do you think they had some positive? Put plus or minus if it was balanced. Positive and negative things, okay? So let me put it down. If you hit piece, put yes. You say if it wasn't a hit piece, hit no. Put in for no. Or if it put minus, and you put in parentheses, and plus if there was positive and negatives in there. If there was I ain't put it right. Okay. I ain't put it right. Positive, put minus and plus. If you think it was balanced. And you know, they had other stuff. That was the major stuff. I didn't try to skew it. So you think it was a hit piece? That's the question up on the wall right there. It said, I saw a certain veteran claim company that claimed he got 100% and devised a foolproof process. What? Yeah, man, so Salty is right. See, I forgot that kind of stuff. See, that kind of got past me. That's why I would like listening to Salty. Salty Marine, all right. To me, I have to keep listening. You know, you have to see it for yourself. I ain't watching much of his stuff. I don't know what else he's saying, but I like he made me think. Yes. So you think it was a hit piece? Farm Girl say yes. Wasn't balanced information. Okay. Betty Bob say yeah. Charles would say just negative, but yeah. I ain't gonna say positive, meaning did they have some good? I ain't gonna say positive, but did they tell the truth? When I say positive, I mean, was it truth in there at all? What percentage was truth? Put the word true, and you put the percentage of it you think shows some truth. What percentage was truth? Meaning the way they presented. Did they say some facts? They did present. What percentage was true? Dealt with truth. Okay. Let us know. A negative 100%. Wow. Charleston ain't playing with them. Betty Bob said negative 100%. I mean, Betty Bob's not Charles say negative. Say yes, it was a hit piece from Coast. Now, Charleston say 25% true, but selective. Sorry about that. Give me some. Now, let me see, family. We're going to finish this up. Boy, I'm hitting me. I'm enjoying what we're talking about. Now, say negative only said VA duly to validate disability at the end. Okay. Now, negative, all negative from Coast. Farm Girl says 10% true, 70% uninformed, 30% ridiculous. Better about say, shipmate, you are being way too nice. Farm Girl said, okay, I'm not mathing tonight. Hey, ain't no problem. Charleston say, thank you, H-Town. Make me better. Okay. Okay, 20% ridiculous, 10% true, and the other 70% from our sister is false. Family, we went into it, family. We talked about it. Y'all answered the question. Smash that like button. I'm gonna have to call it a night because it's starting to get my throat getting irritated. But I really enjoyed y'all, family. So let's say your good nights. I'm gonna play the little information. Y'all say good night to each other. And I'm going to come back on when I clear my throat again. Our new time is 7 p.m. Central Time. We changed it from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. Any final questions, statements, or concern, let us know what the weather is, where you at. I know y'all saying good night, but any final questions or concerns? What that weather's looking right where you at? Somebody just told us. On the 13th, what is the day? We may have to come back tomorrow to celebrate the 50th birthday of the Navy for a short period of time, but we're going to come back on if the birthday tomorrow. So we're going to see y'all. Look out for us. We'll see, can we come through tomorrow? If I do, it would have to be early because I got to drop off my, I got to, hold on. We'll see, but I'm going to come on. We might do a little clip early, okay? Sometime tomorrow I'll do it. I don't know if I'll be able to come on at 7. Now let's see. You say I can talk for a minute, then it knocks me out. Giallo said 110. They picking on Farm Girl. She fixed it. She said, I fixed it, Jay. Gotta go hide now. Y'all a mess, boy. Man, look, say, get better, H-Town. Thanks for showing up even under the weather, because y'all mean so much to me. Good night, fam. Yes, indeed. We just get irritated. It's like a scratchy throat or something. Charleston say, good night, family, shipmates, enjoy Navy 250. Yes, indeed. Family, come on now. We'll be back to celebrate it tomorrow. Just if you don't catch it, do the clip because I got a lot going on tomorrow. But we're gonna recognize it. That's right there was an enjoyable live. Stay blessed, friends and family. That's from Jay Oliver. Good night. And then Farm Girl Rebel says 65 in South Minnesota. It's 75 degrees here in Richmond, Texas, right outside of Houston. Betty says, good night, family. Enjoy your weekend. Then we have Farm Girl say, found cool emojis before signing off. Oh, isn't that nice? That's nice. That's nice, sister. Then Betty Bob says 59 degrees, raining and cold. Okay. Charleston said it's 57 degrees, partly cloudy in Pennsylvania. They're a few hours from each other. Then Betty Bob says, thank you, H-Town, and enjoy your week. Hope to see you on the 250th birthday. Yeah, if that's tomorrow, I think. Yes, indeed. We got to thank y'all for reminding me. We're going to do a little something for the Navy. We're going to try to catch every branch. Don't let me miss the branch, okay? Send me something with the birthday of every branch. MG Smith say, take care. Say, H-Town, take care and good night to the family. Family, y'all been such a wonderful blessing. I don't know why it just gets irritated all of a sudden. So I want to appreciate y'all. Hope to find Navy bean soup tomorrow. Man, yeah, you that Navy soup. Now, what's name? You know, Navy beans. My grandmother, I love Navy beans. You talking about the actual soup or the way y'all cook it? Family, thank y'all for being here. I want to thank y'all for being so incredible, for us covering the topic and trying to get down to it. Not just a news article, but also with non-military members and veterans, in particular their VA compensation, saying, you know, how is it dealing with their fear? Remember, fear is a type of jealousy is the core at it is fear. Non-veterans' fear of our benefits, the fear greed index, or is it veteran greed, or the fear of non-military people, civilians? Let us know. Now, the people complaining about the benefits had the same opportunity as we had. They just needed to go to a recruiting office. Well, now they have buyer's remorse, bro. Oh, y'all, man, he got me talking now. They got buyer's remorse. Costa, you make powerful statement. Oh, Lord. Hold on. I got to come up on the screen on that one. Costa be dropping some serious, powerful statement. I'm gonna need a Navy beam suit too, Brother Charleston. A little more pepper in it, okay? A little more pepper. Listen what he says. Brother Charleston said, the people complaining about benefits, meaning veteran benefits, and in particular VA disability benefits, had the same opportunity as we had when they just had to go to a recruiting office, but they didn't. But they pocket watching us. They benefit watching us. Come on now. That sounds like a good thumbnail. Real talk said it. Then our sister Betty Bob say we got 18 likes and 9 watching now. Now, then Charlton say Coasty nailed it. Then my clicker is getting me trouble. Betty Bob say, I agree 100% with Coasty. I do too. How could you disagree? Real truth talk. Family, we gonna leave on that note. I thank y'all for being so patient with us tonight. And we'll see you. Look, it's clicking all kind of crazy now. Say both. Both my females did 35 years in the Army. I get maybe your sisters or somebody. Okay. Have a nice night, family. Thank you for joining us. And we'll see you on the next one. Maybe we'll be here tomorrow night, but we're going to definitely do something. Oh, both are female cousins. Cousins. Okay. And we're going to see y'all and thank y'all for joining us. And we're going to be here tomorrow for a short period, but not at the regularly scheduled time. Keep your notifications on. Honoring the U.S. Navy. Thank you.